Good morning from Daytona International Speedway. It is Saturday morning, day 2 of the main event here at Jeep Beach 2023. Right now, the vendors are finishing getting set up before the gates open. We've probably got, 10, 15 more minutes. So it's kind of the calm before the storm. Take a look real quick. People are just getting set up, finishing unloading, getting everything back out on display if they tucked it in last night. Actually didn't have any issues with the weather last night. Fingers crossed we won't have any today. So if you've never seen one of these in person, I highly recommend you come check out the AMW, which stands for America's Most Wanted 4x4. But this is the Hellcat Gladiator. And that 707 stands for just how many horsepower this thing has. Absolute beast of a vehicle. Customized a bunch of details on the interior. This thing absolutely rips on the trails or on the road. I was fortunate enough to drive a white AMW 707 last year at Jeep Beach. And man, it's got me wanting to do a swap so bad. So over here, Jeep, one of the official sponsors of Jeep Beach, has all of their latest and greatest on display. So we've got the Gladiator Rubicon. We've got a little 2-door JL Rubicon. As we come a little bit farther down, there's a customized one from Daytona Garage. Over here though, they're showcasing the Wrangler 4xe. We come take a look. A little bit different under the hood than the standard 3.6. They've got the Grand Cherokee. I've seen a Compass around here. And of course, the Renegade over there in the distance. But what I really want to see, what I really want to show you guys are the concept vehicles. So, gonna show you what these look like. If you haven't been out to Eastern Jeep Safari, you haven't seen these before. These are custom builds that Jeep does every year. Takes them out, shows them off. They will probably never make it into production. Still fun to dream though. So this is Magneto 3.0. This is fully electric if I recall correctly. Let's come in here and get a good look. There we go. Here's a little detail for you to show it. It's electric 4-wheel drive. Thing is a beast. I love kind of the vintage look of it a little bit. Looks like it belongs ripping across the desert. What do you think? There's your charging port. I mean, otherwise the interior looks largely the same. Let's see if I can get the camera high enough in the back. Super cool build. Let's go see what else we've got going on. So this vintage retro looking machine is actually electric as well. You can see we've got the 4xe badging on here. There's the charging port. Kind of looks like an old desert wagon almost. Now while this thing is super retro and vintage looking, it is anything but. Let's take a look at the rear and I'll show you the inside in a second. Kind of got the mesh tail. Now here, if you look closely, you're gonna see it's got the bumper sensors in there. So those are the proximity sensors for when you're backing up. And even though it's got the old school Jeep badge, it's loaded with all the modern technology. So there you've kind of got your standard Jeep controls, the radio, everything along those lines. Everything is nice and new in there. But they did throw in the manual crank windows the manual doors, and I absolutely love the old school windows here. Very nice. Such a cool build. Look at these seats. The old school Jeep hubcaps. I'm sorry, the old school Jeep wheels. What do you think? I'd wheel it. Now, there are a few of the custom builds from Jeep that I did not see on display. The one in particular that I was looking for was I believe it's the Grand Wagoneer Overland build that I saw out at Easter Jeep Safari. Didn't see in person. I saw that it was there online. That is definitely a trip that I want to make one year, hopefully in the near future. And if I do, we'll definitely bring you guys along for that one. Let's see what else we can get into this morning before it gets crowded. So while we're checking out cool Jeeps, and there's no shortage of them here, let's take a look at this 1983 Scrambler. I mean, just beautiful. Old school, absolutely love it. Now there's so many cool builds, both new ones, over-the-top ones, anything you can ever imagine here. So you can just walk around and not even look to shop, which is of course one of the highlights of being here, but just kind of soak in all of the vehicles, all the ideas, all the options of what you could do with your Jeep. Or if you had a Jeep, or if you want another Jeep. Look at this beast coming by. So this is what I was talking about in my other video. So this is the main walkway here, and behind this semi is the other main walkway. And then way over there across the parking lot, that's where they've got the Jeep pad vendors. They are just kind of stuck over there in no man's land. Hopefully Jeep Beach will do a better job of getting this organized next year. Now we do have the Rockstar Garage over here with some of their absolutely insane builds. Anybody recognize this one? Well, if you haven't figured it out by now, this is GRDLOC. Absolute rock crawling beast. And then over here, we've got the ROKBUGY, I believe. Not exactly a Jeep, but this thing will outwheel probably most, if not all, of the Jeep owners that are watching this. So as you can see, it does not take very long for the crowds to start rolling in here at Jeep Beach. Time to head back to the booth and see what's going on over there. All right, so this is the Jeep Beach Kids Club, and it's designed to get the next generation of Jeepers interested in Jeeps. So I just signed my daughter up and she's going to play. It's $40. It's good for 2 years, so she'll be able to get her pass and get in next year at no additional charge. They get a ticket for a couple of hot dogs. They get a ticket for some galactic goodies, which are snacks. And then they get to come back here, and they've got a ton of bounce houses and other fun things for the kids to do back here. So pretty cool, something entertaining for the kids. Now, the younger ones must be supervised at all times, just so you can see that, but it looks like a good time, and it's gonna help your kids enjoy their time at Jeep Beach, so you can walk around, do your thing, or at least get them excited if the idea of walking around the pavement while you buy Jeep parts the entire time doesn't sound like their idea of a good time. Well, that's just about gonna be a wrap here. Day 2, the last day of Jeep Beach 2023. It was a hot one. It was sunny, it was hot. Forgot to drink any caffeine, so got a little bit of a headache. Took a nap this afternoon, which it's a nice thing about staying here in the campground. You can actually just walk over, take a nap in the AC, get back to it. So got done with a little last minute shopping. We got about 20 minutes till it closes. Some of the vendors are breaking down now. The weather held out for us, but if you look at that sky, it's coming in. We're actually underneath a tornado watch right now. So that's through like 10 o'clock tonight. We're gonna hunker down, ride it out, probably hang out at the camper with some friends. We'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.